playing the green shirts. Number 1, Joe Denny. Number 2, Emily Scrace. Nicely back here. Number 3, Georgia Harding. And up back, it's Lucy Dowie. Umpiring this game is Will Healy to go. Ball goes into play. Players come together looking to pick this one up, and it's Bianca Stefan who has possession of the line. Stefan leaves it behind for Olivia Shea. Backhand now from Lucy Dowie with a sharp turn. Nice, comes this one well. Strong backhand for the Calindo side. Joe Denny's there, under the net she goes. Olivia Shea picks this one up nicely, and comes Georgia Harding with a clattering hook there on Liv Shea. Liv looking at Joe Denny, and now Georgia Harding with this one down the sideline she goes, and this time we get the greens loose and running down the field. That's a very nice shot into goal, but a big ride off from Alex Stone pushes Georgia Harding into the corner. Joe Denny pushes Shaka Tomaskova well over the ball, and Lucy Dowie able to pick this one up. Joe Denny onto the near side, she goes. Now the pick up by Alex Stone to clear this one past the 60-yard line. The ball bouncing high up, but still in front of the player. Joe Denny leaning forward for another hook, but it's still Alex Stone with this one. Still controlling the ball and heading up to halfway, but under significant pressure from Joe Denny. Georgia Harding, let's try and get to the near side play there. Olivia Shea on that grey pony. Weaves around to pick the ball up. Lucy Dowie with the backhand, teeing up Georgia Harding as she comes through onto the line of the ball. The anchor Stefan's there. Georgia Harding, nice pick up as she comes through the ride off. Ball bouncing high up in the air. Joe Denny's there. Tomaskova now. Lucy Dowie underneath the pony's neck. In comes Joe Denny. Joe Denny round the corner. That is a very nice shot, placed right in front of the post. A little flick of the ball would save it. It's just pulled off the line by Calindo player.
Sarka.
Backhand by Joe Denny. Neat backhand now by the Primavera team. It's Emily Scrace heading in towards the post now. Joe Denny back to Liv Shea to turn this one around for the Calindo team. Nice bit of teamwork there as the players communicating well. Alex Stone blocking Lucy Dowie out of the play, calling Liv back onto the ball. The Calindo team trying to march this one through the middle of the pack, but it's a sharp turn from Lucy Dowie. A nice approach shot, passing it up to Joe Denny. The backhand comes from Alex Stone, but Lucy Dowie's there, shooting towards the post, and the first goal goes to the Greens. Confusing, but you'll get used to it now. Call out the changes as we go. So Greens now heading up towards the scoreboard. Georgia Harding takes this one out the line, out towards the ring goal, and turns it confidently around the corner, and there's a near side pick up. Alex Stone, Emily Scrace onto the near side. Lucy Dowie's there with the attempt to take the ball forward, but the whistles this ball. Quite nice drive of the ball, looking for Joe Denny. Looks like Joe might get a bite of this one on the near side, but a very nice backhand from Alex Stone with some distance on it, sends it towards the halfway mark. Now chasing back in defence, we've got Lucy Dowie, Georgia Harding. Ball hops high up in the air. First to turn on this one will be Alex Stone. Very nice bit of riding by her. Joe Denny's in on the end of this one, putting the pressure back onto the Calindo player, but Alex Stone controlling it beautifully around the outside she goes. Nice favourable bounce off the boards as it remains neatly in play. Onto the near side she goes to take this one forward. Lucy Dowie though finds a loose ball, chops at that one, sending the cut shot away towards the clubhouse side of the ground, and now things open up into some rather fast play. Joe Denny collects up the loose ball. Big swing for a backhand by Alex Stone, but Georgia Harding getting the better, and Lucy Dowie. Takes the ball into play. That's a very nice pass down the field. Lucy Dowie's going to have to make the backhand count. She does, but it's a very good angle on that one. A couple of players just screeching to a halt to turn onto the new line of the ball. In comes Liv Shea once again. Now that pass is very good indeed. Right in front of the post. Georgia Harding can't quite deal with the bounce as the ball jumps out of the way of the stick, but backed up nicely by Lucy Dowie. Now the second shot coming in from Georgia Harding. Ball going to bounce nicely off the boards and remain in play. Over onto the near side she goes. Controls this one beautifully. Here comes Alex Stone. The sticks come together, an absolutely smashing hook there. The ball remains in place for Lucy Dowie, who keeps it moving for Primavera. Bianca Stefan, who reaches for the hook. And look at that stop and turn. Wonderful work there by that great pony that's being ridden by Olivia Shea, who turns up, now storming down towards the goal. Hooked up it by Lucy Dowie, the shot to goal comes from Alex Stone, it's very almost there. Saved inside the 30 by Lucy Dowie. Under the next shot comes from Georgia Harding, just in time before the rather determined ride-off arrives. Backhand from Steph. Bianca Stephans there. Controls this one on Jewel. Lucy Dowie picks the pocket. In comes Alex Stone. Another pick up by her. Meeting the ball nice and safely. Whistle go! Clock starts ticking down our first chuck. 1.5 minutes before you hear that first bell ring. Remember, there's a 30-second warning bell in each of these chuckers. Good melee here as everybody coming together. It's Alex Stone who finds the ball. Stone coming through with this one, pushing hard towards the goal. Alex Stone, it's a tricky next shot, but can she get there in time? Almost gets a stick. Georgia Harding running chilly in Chestnut Pony. This chucker strikes a nice ball forward for Joe Denny. Denny takes the hook well as Alex Stone stretches for the backhand play. Under the net goes Olivia Shea. Play read well by Lucy Dowie. Very good start to this match. Nice under the neck shot, and that tees up Georgia Harding absolutely beautifully as she charges up towards the halfway line. Players come together on this one. Emily Grace is there. She picks it up on the halfway mark. The first bell rings. 30 seconds ticking down in this first chucker. It's Emily Grace very much in an attacking position. The Calypso team almost turning around. Lucy Dowie picks up possession though. Looks to run this one all the way. Lucy Dowie opens the pony up. That's a nice shot as she goes past Joe Denny, and it's still Lucy Dowie well inside the 30. One more to finish it off. Lucy Dowie shoots to goal. Support from Joe Denny. The ball just almost making it to the goal, but that will then start to the Ham Ladies Cup. 1.5 goals to 0. Prima Vera things off with a 60-yard penalty. It's hit absolutely beautifully by Georgia Harding, but intercepted by Alex Stone, who turns this around now, coming the long route round towards the clubhouse. Under the net she goes. Lucy Dowie gets struck into the ride off there. Alex Stone fighting to get back to the ball, beaten to it though by the next pair coming down, Shea and Georgia Harding. Under the pony's neck she goes, looking to take this one the long way around. Nasty bounce of the ball there. Lucy Dowie puts in a good hook, and under the net goes Emily Grace. Harding back to Lucy Dowie. Emily Grace for La Primavera. Punches that one towards the boards. Alex Stone comes fighting in there, looking to get the hook. Players communicating well out there. Lucy Dowie plays the open-handed backhand, picked up on the near side by struck very well indeed. It goes high up in the air. It's pulled back in towards the goal by Alex Stone. It's right in front of the goal now, but the whistle. Near-side backhand coming from Alex Stone, just about get to stick to that one despite all the traffic coming around the corner. Galindo now back on the attack. Nice hook there by Joe Denny, backhand from Lucy Dowie.
Bit bunchy.
Alex Stone coming through the middle of everybody. Back in defence goes Lucy Dowie. Crucial backhand needs to be hit. The ball just left, resting inside the 30-yard line. Backhand from Olivia Shea towards the goal. Deflected by Emily Grace. In comes Alex Stone to put that one away. It's goal number 2. Towards the scoreboard. Through comes Joe Denny. Very nice pick up of the ball. Under the net goes Olivia Shea. She's seen her in this chucker. Georgia Harding reaching, trying to hold the ball, but not quite able to stretch that far back. Lucy Dowie, her teammates there, who picks this one up, turns it around the corner, onto the near side she goes. Players all around her. She's being really hassled here as the play marches away from the line out and down the field. Dowie now opens things up and gets the pony moving a bit faster. Inside the 60 and still in possession.
Are these women handicaps? The
yep.
5 and that's cool.
Olivia Shea knocks the ball forward. Still Olivia Shea well over halfway now and absolutely flying down the field. Georgia Harding stretching for the hook. Liv Shea allows the ball to settle down. You can see it bouncing up there, but a nice tactical play by her. Georgia Harding still with her. Two players now cancel each other out to the right, off's good from both sides. Georgia Harding onto the near side, she goes to try and pick this one up. It's still Liv Shea. Liv Shea shoots to goal, and was it good? It was just there by Georgia Harding, bringing the ball over to the right hand side, defending the stick side of the pony. Over towards the board she goes, still holding on to this one. Joe Denny's going to slide in to try and pick up the pass. Still Georgia Harding, very nice strike of the ball, almost up to halfway, as Emily Grace is there being ridden hard by Bianca Stefan. Alex Stone goes to the backhand, doesn't quite connect, and Lucy Dowie punches it back up to Georgia Harding. Georgia now running and in space. Liv Shea stretches to the hook, but it's still Georgia with this one. Under the neck she goes, approaching the back line. Will the ball remain in play? The ground running a little bit quickly this afternoon and over the back line. Ball not back into play by Alex Stone, who punches this one into the middle of the pack. Now Liv Shea steps in, takes this one round the outside. Nice change of direction by her, opening up the play and heading over the halfway line once again with Georgia Harding chasing hard back in defence. The hook's good from the defending player. Back up from Alex Stone, and that ricochets off the back of Lucy Dowie. Ball spills loose. Good bit of control play there by Liv Shea, slowing down to collect up the ball. It comes backwards off some traffic and she's still in possession. Points the pony towards the goal, goes past Lucy Dowie, sends the shot in towards the post. A couple of green players there trying to clear this one away. Emily Grace almost gets a stick to it. White players into the middle of the mix. A backhand is just inches off the line. Here comes Alex Stone, dribbling that one to the post. It's just wide. It remains in play.
I'd say that was a foul.
Emily Grace, now Georgia Harding. Now Lucy Dowie drives that one a little further, outside of the 60-yard mark. Shark gets almost over, looks to try and turn that one, but Lucy Dowie's there with another shot forward. Georgia Harding ridden out of that one by Alex Stone, who comes back to cover in defence. Around the corner comes Olivia Shea. Georgia Harding, nice turn on the ball, but under the net shot comes from Alex Stone, and she's hunting for another one. The first bell rings, 30 seconds ticking down. Alex Stone right in front of the goal. That is an absolutely superb approach shot. Lucy Dowie races back in defence. Here comes Tomaskova, can't quite stretch, and that one big right off from Emily Grace, and a backhand saves the day from Georgia Harding, who also makes the turn. Backhand in towards the posts. Leaves the ball just on the 30-yard mark, now picked up by Joe Denny. Lucy Dowie's there, bell rings to end the second chukker. Looks like things cutting up quite a bit this afternoon, so please do have a walk there and have the long route down the ground. The ball goes all the way through the line out as we restart playing. It's Emily Grace who picks this one up. The inside backhand comes in from Alex Stone. Bianca Stefan's there. Now Emily Grace once again. Ball heads in towards the post, a shot to goal comes.
Let's play.
So 3 goals to 2.5, the scoreboard should read.
What's up, Howard?
3 goals to 1.5, right?
Hi, Blair.
Hey.
Yeah, last goal going to the Calindo team in white. Here goes Alex Stone. Olivia Shea backs up nicely, sending it in towards the posts. Joe Denny's there, chipping it out towards the side. Nice turn there by Lucy Dowie.
From there.
Out towards the boards she goes.
Sorry, excuse me.
Alex Stone turns back around onto it inside the 60-yard mark. Picked up now by Sharka Tomaskova.
Oh, nice
Shot to goal, rolling towards the post, but it's out to play now by Georgia Harding. She's riding pinky in this jacket. Nice movements. Queen's Cup earlier this year. Joe Denny with the ball. Now Alex Stone having a super game. Around the corner she goes. Little backhand there from Joe Denny, picked up now by Georgia Harding. Joe Denny comes in on this one. Alex Stone once again able to muscle the ball away from everyone. Shot to goal looks pretty good. She's running inside the 30 with this one. Chips it towards the post. It's out to the right hand side. Saved there by Georgia Harding, who knocks the ball away to the side. Backhand comes from Olivia Shea. Bianca Stefan's there. Bianca shoots to goal, and it is through, and she will be delighted. Go up towards Hamhouse, and in goes the ball once again for a bit of a scrum on top of that one. Emily Grace emerges from the line out with this one. Good, strong, open-handed backhand from her up to Lucy Dowie on Cerrucho, this chestnut pony. Georgia Harding's there. Through the middle of the pack she goes. Nice approach shot, the ball bouncing in a beastly manner, and she gets it as far as the 60-yard mark. Ball brought forward by the Galindo team. Georgia Harding has another bite at this one. Players just coming in front there, but it's still going to be the green shirts right on the 30-yard line. Backhand for Emily Grace sends it in towards the post, but clearance shot now from Lillian Shea. Nice bit of communication there as players calling to each other. Backhand comes from Harding. Absolutely superb backhand, but it's ridden down by a pony. Certainly would have gone good 60 yards. Nice stand by Lucy Dowie, who absolutely loves this chestnut pony. Onto the near side she goes. Big ride off from Alex Stone, gets the better of her. Georgia Harding almost there in time, but the whistle's gone. It's a good strike of the ball. It's heading through the post. It's exactly what you want for a 40-yard ball. Umpire blows the whistle, not ready to send the ball down the middle as he wants to see daylight down the centre of that line out. This time the ball goes in, clock restarts. This play begins. Emily Grace chips the ball around the corner. Good control play over towards the picnic side of the ground. Still Emily Grace with this one. Ball bounces nicely, she's got another shot at this one. Big hook from Bianca Stefan. Shea's there. Being hassled hard by Lucy Dowie. Who's going to get the better in this little contest for the ball? Looks like it's Olivia Shea who picks up on the near side and punches it down the boards for Alex Stone. Ball comes to rest. It's once again Lucy Dowie and Liv Shea fighting for this one. The ball now falls out of that competition in favour of the green team. Gets through the challenge from Alex Stone up to Jo Denny. Denny almost able to control this one, but round the corner comes Olivia Shea, hooked out of it as she goes to the cut shot to try and deliver the pass up to the forwards. Here comes Lucy Dowie on Cerrucho. Big ride off against Alex Stone. Has she got the better of her? Chips the ball forward. Backhand comes from Bianca Stefan, but Georgia Harding's there. Harding in front of the post. It's rolling towards the goal, but it's just wide. The whistle. Ball
good girl, nice backhand.
Sharp turn by Georgia Harding. She's almost got hold of this one. The ball finds a divot and makes life very difficult indeed. Emily Grace is there. Emily Grace finishes that one off. We won't mention what happened to this match once again. Let's see who's going to come out the winner of this. One more chucker to go. Goes the ball, play resumes. One last chuck. The first birdie here will be the final bell. There's no 30 seconds of warning time. In a fourth chucker with a half goal difference, we will have a winner. At the end of this one, Bianca Stefan picks this one up. Alex Stone almost getting there. Now to be turned around by Jo Denny. Jo comes back round the corner. Little backhand from her. Alex Stone stretches to pick it up and sends another one cross court. Now heads in towards the post. Georgia Harding's there as the last line of defence. Bianca Stefan with the ball. Just about gets through the hook. The ball heading over towards the post. Saved off the line. It's right there. Almost through. Bianca Stefan crashes. Whistle goes to hold the clock. It's not lined up as neatly as the umpire might like. In goes the ball now to restart play. Green team fighting hard to find the ball. There's a backhand in there which has a little bit of distance on it. Emily Grace goes underneath the pony's neck to change the direction of this one. Alex Stone reads it well and comes back in the other way with the ball now. Alex Stone. Alex Stone deals with the bouncing ball well. Lucy Dowie lets that one settle down before striking a nice backhand. Picked up by Georgia Harding, who's going to turn this one. Georgia Harding back on Chile in this chucker. Nice ride off there as she pushes Bianca Stefan well out of the way and continues moving the ball down the field. Alex Stone plays the backhand, as does Bianca Stefan. Shea slows things down, takes the time taking that shot, places it nicely up on the 40-yard mark. Backhand from Lucy Dowie, just what they needed and just in time. Sharp turn, minus Shea on the great pony. Elise Grace is able to pounce on that loose ball, sends it out towards the boards. Shea comes in with the ride off and the cut shot back round the corner. Here she comes with this one, the ball spinning out to the side. That big ride off from Alex Stone to clear Elise Grace off the line there, but the Greens just about recovered possession, and it's Jo Denny with this one. Getting onto the near side goes Alex Stone, very consistent with that backhand shot so far this morning. Georgia Harding's there. Pushes through the middle of the pack, leaves it nicely for Jo Denny, who changes direction and heads around the outside of everybody. Jo Denny on the charge down the field, gets it as far as the 60-yard mark. Alex Stone has to clear underneath the net, way down to the corner of the field. Georgia Harding shadows, pinning her into the corner. Ball bounces nicely in favour of the green team, and they come back in the other direction. Georgia Harding around, across in front of the goal mouth. Nice shot over the ground to the opposite corner of the ground. Now checks down, deciding what to do with this one. Has some pressure behind. Alex Stone calls everybody else out of the way and decides she'll go in to make the challenge. Good work by the Greens as they come back towards the goal. This is Primavera on the attack. This is Lucy Dowie. Dowie nudges it forward. Now Jo Denny. Good approach shot from her. It's right in front of the post. Anybody could get hold of it. It just about slips across the front of the goal. A backhand would finish it, but the clearance shot is coming from Alex Stone. Near side backhand from Georgia Harding. Ball back into play by Olivia Shea. See how she has support behind from Alex Stone. Gains a good bit of ground for releasing the pass. Lucy Dowie intercepts this one. To the near side, she goes a little bit of an angle on that to make it tricky for Olivia Shea, but she gets back there to pick this one up, passes it to Alex Stone. Now they open things up as they see the halfway line and decide it's time to run the horses, and this is Alex Stone heading down the field. Bouncing ball, outfoxes her. Olivia Shea's there. Who's going to turn first on this one? Brilliantly fast turn from all three of those players, just switching direction in unison there. Shaka Tomaskova picks this one up. Lucy Dowie races back in defence, makes the hook count. Backhand from Georgia Harding. In comes Jo Denny, picked as a stick hooked out of that one by Bianca Stefan. Sharp turn by Alex Stone. She's heading in towards the post. Lucy Dowie tries to get a stick to that one, but it is through the uprights. The flag waves triumphantly. Ball goes back into play once again. The Greens are on the march. Lucy Dowie pushes this one hard down the ground. Alex Stone's there with that ever so consistent near side backhand. Jo Denny to pick the ball up. Bianca Stefan's in the middle of the pack, though. She's got to stick to this one. Georgia Harding puts the hook in, turns it around herself. Still riding chilly as we head in towards the last minute of play. Georgia Harding punches the ball forward. Alex Stone's there once again, going for that near side backhand again. It's true. This time it's picked up by Lucy Dowie, though. Dowie up to Emily Grace. Grace shoots, and the flag is waving once again. It's another goal of this Lamb Ladies Trophy. Colindo.